Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mide Nancy. If you're new here, you're welcome to the channel. It's so good to be on the channel today. Thank you so much for your well wishes on my, I think, second to the last video. Thank you so much. I'm perfectly fine, as you can tell now. Some people literally came to Instagram to tell me get well soon, to ask after my health, and that really touched me. Thank you so much for going out of your way to check up on me, leaving one word of prayer. I'm super excited and I'm grateful to you. I'm fine. Thank you so much. We are 1,500 strong on this channel. Thank you so much for joining the family. If you are new, I'm super excited to have you in this space. In today's videos, as you guys can see in the title, I'm going to be talking about the truth of, or the truth about, living in France without papers. So I'll just say, without further ado, let's jump right into the video for today. Okay, so guys, I'm going to start this video by leaving a disclaimer that the intention of this video is not to encourage you to do something or discourage you from doing it. This video is not for you to be judged or judge someone else. So I'm just making this video based on my experience of many other people, and because I know that there are many people that have these questions. Most times I would always make videos based on questions that people have asked me privately. I've had many people sending me messages telling me things about themselves. So some people, like, I could literally read those messages to you, but I'm just going to summarize it for the sake of the length of this video. So I had someone ask me that, okay, they are planning to come to France. The person is planning to come to France with like a kind of visa that's maybe tourist visa, and from there they are thinking of staying back in France, and could they possibly get jobs after that, like after the expiration of their like short stay tourist visa or what have you. That would they be able to get jobs, or would they be able to, you know, just different questions like that. I also had people telling me that there's actually an opportunity for them to get like a conference kind of visa to France. I don't know what that is, but a conference kind of visa to France, which is also a short stay visa. And from there they're thinking of, you know, maybe from France, just leaving France, because when you're in France, you're on the Schengen, like you're in the Schengen zone. I don't know if you guys know what is called Schengen, but Schengen is out there. Schengen, there are like 27 or 24 countries that you can actually visit with if you have a French visa, if you have a Belgium visa, if you have a German visa, you can visit other countries that are like within the border of Europe, in those within the Schengen zone. So this person asked me if they can, you know, just go to other Schengen countries and try to fend for themselves, get a job. And I just figured that I already replied these people individually, and many people actually like thanked me for my insights, and I just felt like, why don't I come on this space and talk about this, just in case there's someone out there who also has this question and is like worried, what am I gonna do, and things like that. Like, my home country is where you're from. My home country, things are not going well, everything is just in disarray. I'd just like to start over. You know, these people that I'm talking about are not even only young people. I've also had mothers of 4, mothers of 3 or 5, fathers of 4 sending me messages that they're thinking of coming first, maybe on a student visa or whatever, and try to, you know, bring their family members, you know, in whether illegally or any means. How possible is it? And it's just so many questions like that, and I just felt like, okay, it's high time I actually made this video. I've been postponing it. I would have loved to bring in someone who is like illegally in France, and just for the person to share their experience. But I mean, I don't want to put someone's face out on the space. Their loved ones could watch this video and they are not safe, and I really don't want a video where we have to cover our faces and all. So I just felt like I'm just gonna do what I can in this video, and hopefully you get to make a choice if you're at that point in your life where you're actually making the hard decision. So I'm going to start from myself So you all, if you are not new to the channel, you probably know my story, how I came to France. So I came to France on a visa, on a temporary work visa. My visa and contracts finished. I went back to Nigeria, and then I got to come back to France again on the same type of visa, but a longer one, this time. From there, so my first and second time in France, like my first time and when I came back to France, I never really had to do anything with the French administration. I never really had to, aside from validating my visa. So when you get a visa from Nigeria, when you get to France, you need to validate it. Aside from validating my visa with 200 euros both times, I didn't really have anything to do with the French system of government. Like, I mean, I have my visa, I'm legally in the country, everything is fine. So it is this year that I'm currently in the position where I'm having like contact with the administration, and I already see how stressful and frustrating it is. So after my second year visa, which was a long stay visa as well, my status changed from being a worker to being a student. I recently started my master's last September, so my status changed into being a student. So, and I was in France, and I applied since I think June 2022, like June last year. I applied for a titre de séjour étudiante. Titre de séjour is like the residence permit, like the student residence permit. It doesn't make you a citizen. For those that don't understand French, they might think I applied for citizenship. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't just come to France and you apply for citizenship. So I applied for the student residence permit and change of status basically. And it has basically been like hell on earth. I'm not even joking at all. I'm being vulnerable here. I'm coming out to tell you guys my story, not just because I want you to pity me or something, but I want you to know that, okay, as someone who is legally in the country, I've sent you my admission letter, my school have spoken, like everything. I'm legally here. I have a job. Like it's still been an hassle to get the residence permit. Like it's been an hassle to get a residence permit. And if you're at a point, if you need to apply for like internship and everything, for you to get a job and internship, many ask you that, oh, if you don't have your residence permit, we won't be able to proceed with you, we are sorry. Even though they know that the residence permit obtention doesn't depend on you, but depends on the country that they are from, they still say things like that, that, oh, we're sorry, we'd rather move on with someone who who is legally here. Luckily for me, I mean, before I even started my master's in September, I had started applying for several jobs in Lille and everything. Like I had several jobs that told me that they're gonna put my application on hold, that when I get my residence permit, I can ring them back and then they would proceed with interview with me. So this was what I was getting from like many of them. It's not like my CV was not okay. It's not like as if I didn't qualify for the job. Just the problem was that they wouldn't proceed with me until I get that residence permit that they wanted. So I was like, if I don't get this residence permit, I'm not gonna have a job. I'm a student. How am I gonna survive? I wouldn't want to call my parents from home to. I know how home is right now. Like it's not even the best. So I don't even want to think about having ever call my parents to convert and send money. Like I really don't want that to happen. So I mean, I got to a stage where I almost started getting worried, but because I'm like I have a faith that I believe in God, I told myself it's gonna be fine. And just like that, my job got settled. Like my contract, I got a contract for the type of job I've been doing since I moved to France. So, and for the contract, because I was already in the system, they didn't actually ask for any other like additional titre de séjour or whatever. They just asked for my student details. I gave them, they were sure I was a student, and I got my contract and I started working. But still today, I still think about it like, what if I didn't get this contract? Every job I apply to, even as little as, waitress or whatever, they're still asking for this titre de séjour that I don't have, because it doesn't depend on me, it depends on the system. So why am I telling you guys this story? I'm just telling you guys this story for you to know that even we that we are here legally, we're studying. Like, I'm not the only one, I'm just speaking for many. We are studying or something is going on, getting a job, living a fulfilled life, and everything that everybody back home think is luxury. Like, this place is like El Dorado. Doing all those things is not easy at all. It's literally an hassle. It's literally something that you would, if you are a believer, you pray, you fast, you do everything in your power, like, to just get this face out of your life. It is a struggle every day. There are some days I just get a message in my email and I just burst into tears. There are some days where I don't feel motivated to do anything. I'm just like, I'm tired. Like, everything, basically everything you guys want, I have given you. What more do you want from me? Like, what else? I send tons of emails almost every day, no response. I just want you guys to just see a little bit of what some of us, some people in some other regions in France might have been luckier. Some, they never had that problem. They applied and those people responded to them nicely and all. But now, I'm now looking at a situation of you come to France on a 2 weeks or 1 month visa, tourist, whatever, conference visa. As a tourist, you're expected to have money. So I had people telling me that they want to sell all their properties, sell just for them to be able to afford the money they're going to give the agent who is going to process the visa for them and everything. That, do I think this is the best option? That what if their life here doesn't pan out the way that everyone is thinking it will, or the way they are thinking it will, and they have to come back to nothing? Every day when I scroll on YouTube, I see some tragic stories. I see some unfortunate ones of people who left the country, sold everything, gave up on their maybe long-term relationship, someone they're supposed to have gotten married to, or maybe someone they're even married to, they left them only for them to travel, thinking they'll be sending money back home every month as they think it is. And then the harsh reality of life hits them that the abroad is not abroading. That's a Nigerian thing. It just means that it's just basically not what you think it is. It's not the old la vida what this time? La vida rich or la vida. It's not la vida local. It's not really that luxury. If there's something I always say, and I'm going to say it in pidgin, na money they make Europe sweet, or na money they make abroad sweet. If you're abroad, I don't know if people watching this video, if some of them are currently abroad, anywhere abroad, you can attest to this. If you're abroad, money is living, like, every minute. One moment you enter a store, you buy something, fiam, from your card, 10 euros, fiam, 20 euros, fiam, 15. And you're like, what am I buying? Sometimes I'll be scared, like, I don't want to pick too many things when you're in the store. I'm not going to pick this, even though I know I need this. I'm just going to pick this and this and this. And then you just swipe your card and everything. Like, you're just like... So, if you're abroad, you are spending money every minute. You are spending money, not every minute, literally. You are spending money. And if that source of income is not there, if money is not coming back, you are just going to be miserable. If you ever have to stay 9 months or 6 months without actually having a job, and you don't have any source of income, I don't know. So now, let's come back to the situation of you coming to France with your tourist visa or whatever short stay visa you have. You know, you came without a plan. You just sold all your properties, carried your bags, took pictures at the airport, goodbye, you guys are not gonna see me ever again. And then you get to France and or whatever, Europe, and then you just see that you're actually here, you're alone. Now you want to start applying for jobs. You're looking for, menial jobs, because I mean, you're coming in on a tourist visa, but you want to stay illegally, like you want to stay back illegally. Basically, you'd want to be applying for menial jobs. But okay, yeah, I heard of people who said that within that 1 month of them being in France, could they possibly be applying for jobs immediately they enter like France, and then get that job before they leave. Actually, things happen in mysterious ways. God is mysterious. Maybe there's someone somewhere out there that have tried it, came on a tourist visa, but in that situation, it means that you have a very, 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 very strong CV, you have a strong motivation letter, you have very convincing work experience that would make maybe and I don't expect that when you come that you now start applying. You could have started applying before you come for that your 1 month, or you could have even had series of interviews before coming. Then maybe when you come, they now say that okay, they want to meet you physically, they meet you during that your 1 month tourist visa, and then they can now choose to sponsor your work visa. Not all companies do that, because in France, I heard that, I think it's now legal. Before like a company can employ someone who is not European, like part of the EU, European Union member state, they have to, like the company, they have to declare something at the court, and they have to declare it in a way that they say that okay, they didn't find any EU member that qualifies for the job more as you did. That's why they are going for this person who is not an EU national.